Hi and welcome. I'd love to introduce another one of our amazing awakened authors, Sandra Tulic. Did I get that right, Sandra?
Yeah,
I
you
always
did.
ask you, did I get that name right? Anyway, Sandra, and I have the name right, has written a really powerful, inspiring story, and I can't wait for everyone to read that one. In our next multi-author book, Resilience, Turning Struggle into Strength. Sandra, welcome, and I'd love you to introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about you.
Oh, good morning, Gavin. Thanks so much for having me here today. Yeah, I guess, foremost mother of four adult children. Got two beautiful granddaughters now, who I absolutely adore, and they have me wrapped around their little fingers. um, and I come from a big family, European family. So, Christmases and family functions are pretty crazy and very loud, a lot of food. Um, so yeah, family is very important to me, and I love having them all around me all the time. But I guess a little bit about me is that um, I've always had a passion for health and well-being. I've been on a long journey of self-discovering myself, and always looking for the deeper meaning, the spiritual connection to everything. So I guess that's what I'm really passionate about is health and wellness, and that self-love and self-care, which I've had to teach myself.
Yeah, fantastic. Thinking about your journey now, we've known each other for like a really long time, and so I feel honoured to kind of have been part of that journey, or that we connected and were able to get on. And I know that I've seen you learn and grow and develop all of your self-care things, but not only you, your children as well. I've seen them grow from children into adults, and now I see lovely pictures of your grandchildren. So I know that we have a rich history together, that has,
Yeah,
and we've been through a lot. And I
we
know that
have.
you have as well. And um, so I was sharing with you the vision that I had for the book, and the I suppose, maybe I'll use your word there, but the purpose, because purpose is a powerful word for me as well. So when I shared with you that vision, or the purpose, the meaning of the book, and the direction of where I saw the potential of it going, what was it that resonated with you that made you decide to write your story and become a published author?
Well, I guess, I've always felt like I had would wanted to write a book. I've always felt like wanting to share my story, because, like you said, when you go through stuff in your life, there's you've got to find a deeper meaning and find the gold and the gift in it all to keep going. And so I felt it was like my job to share my story, in the hope that it would help others and inspire others to, that you can change your life, that you can find a deeper connection, and just to help others get through those really dark days, because, everyone's got a story. And and I've learned that, the more I spoke to people, the more that it helped me also to get a different perspective on life. And, like, we through awareness, we can grow and we can shift. So yeah. And when you spoke to me about it, it just felt right. It felt the right time. And yeah, I was really excited about being able to do it. I've had friends tell me over the years I should write a book, but never quite knew how to get started. So this was just the most wonderful opportunity. I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah, well, we're grateful that you're part of the community, because having the connection with all the authors that have written their stories are really powerful. So, Sandra, once you kind of started writing and you put, I don't know, did you put pen to paper, or did you put your fingers to the keyboard? Not really sure these days how that works. Do you want to share that experience? How was
Yeah.
that for you once you started to, you know, connect in and get out what was in?
Yeah, well, I did a bit of both, to be honest, because I do a lot of writing and journaling. So, I started, writing and then, would type. Initially, yeah, it took a bit of, because it was like, where do I start? Like, which story do I pick? What message? I think, the key thing was I wanted to work out, well, what message do I want to put out there? And I guess the structure that you and Megan set up and the whole process, the support that we had with you guys really helped me to work out what the message was that I wanted to get across. And then, from there, it was like, narrow it down. I had to cut down a lot of words because I do love to speak and I write as much as I speak. So I was way over the word limit. But that was also part of the healing journey too, because, I had to get it out first. And then through the, going back and rereading it and editing it and putting, more purpose into the writing, because, that was the gift that I learned from this journey, was that there is so much power and self-empowerment when you can put purpose to the pain that you've been through. And it shifts you out of that victim mode into a survivor, into someone that is self-empowered. So yeah, it took a few drafts and quite a few aha moments in amongst it. But the whole experience has been wonderful because I've been able to share it with you and Megan and with the other authors, and we've just had such a wonderful time doing it.
So how do you, I don't know, acknowledge or pat yourself on the back for going through that, taking yourself through that process? Because, yeah, there was a lot of back and forwarding in supporting you to, the message was there, the message was clear, but as you said, where do I start and which part of the story? But, how do you, let's say, acknowledge yourself, or what awarenesses do you have now that you've completed it, Sandra?
Well, I guess initially, when we spoke about resilience, my meaning of resilience, what I believe resilience, my resilience was, the ability to just keep going, to keep showing up, to, pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep moving forward. And I think now the resilience, and yeah, sure, I did do that. I had, there was a lot of learning along the way. But I guess my resilience has been, I kind of saw it from a different perspective, as I said, with the whole sharing process, is that I've always looked for the deeper meaning. I've always wanted to grow awareness and get a spiritual meaning behind it, and to be able to share my story in a way that would inspire and help others. And that's where I say about finding purpose to the pain, because we can relay a traumatic story and it just leaves someone feeling pretty down with you. But it was to find the gift. I think my true resilience is always looking for the gift in every situation.
Yeah, wow. And I'm just hearing everything that you said. It's running through my mind, and I get like goosebumps and tingles when it comes to things that are meaningful and powerful to me. Just the key thing, there was lots of key things, but the thing that really stands out for me is that when you said you've moved or had the awareness of being stuck in a victim way, not like saying poor me, but without realizing into which and then moving into becoming empowered because of the learning or the awareness of or what you've got from it. That is life change. That has the potential to be life changing. So what would you say to someone else, Sandra, who has friends that says, hey, you should write a book, or you've got a story in you, or maybe that someone knows that they have one in there, but maybe they had a little bit of an experience like yourself where they were, where do I start? And maybe they've been offered it many times, and who's the right person or people to be supported and trust. So what would you say to them?
Well, I honestly recommend it 100%, like with the group that we've got and the way that the support and the structure and everything that we've been through. You can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. The benefits that you get out of it is incredible. And I found it quite a self-empowering experience. And I hope that I can share that with others. And it's just like, what a wonderful experience to do with other incredible people, all on the same, holding the same purpose. And that we can sort of, touch the hearts of other people that we may never have come across. So you can't put words to that,
Wow, how beautiful.
It really does look back, we can look back, and I mean, I have had a lot of trauma in my life, but if all of that has brought me to this point today where I can do something of purpose and help others, then it's all, I can put it all in the past and turn it into something positive and incredible. So, and that's what this journey has done for me.
Wow, fantastic. Well, I appreciate you sharing all of that. Thank you for your time. And I know that we're all looking forward as we accelerate towards the launch of the book, and and much more to come.
Exciting. Thank you so much for having me and for including me in this group.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being part of it. I'll speak with you soon, Sandra.
Okay, thanks, Gavin.
See you,
Bye.
bye.